Welcome to Solar Age, the podcast that shines a light on the path to a brighter, more sustainable future. Join us as we explore the transformative power of technology in creating a Solarpunk world.
Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're diving into something
Okay.
kind of surprising.
Right.
This connection between solar farms and biodiversity.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about how solar panels can, not only, generate that clean energy,
Yeah.
but also, create these, thriving ecosystems.
Really?
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, I
Well,
think,
It is pretty cool.
especially for the listeners of Solar Age Podcast,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
who are already super interested
Yeah.
in renewable energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
This is going to be good.
it is going to be good.
Yeah.
We're digging into this article from the Cool Down
Okay.
called Experts Uncover Stunning Side Effects of Solar Farms, Introducing Structural Complexity into the Environment.
Wow. That's a long title.
It is a long title,
Yeah.
but it's interesting stuff. So let's
Yeah.
unpack this a little bit.
All right.
I know that sometimes solar farms get a bad rap
Mm.
for maybe harming habitats and pushing out wildlife.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a common concern for sure. Like
Yeah.
any large-scale development,
Yeah.
no matter how well-intentioned it is,
Right.
it can disrupt ecosystems.
Mm.
But what's fascinating here is that some experts are saying that solar farms could actually benefit biodiversity.
Really?
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
yeah, it is.
So how does that work?
So there's this guide created by some Australian experts,
Okay.
and it's called Building Better Biodiversity on Solar Farms.
Okay.
And it really digs into this idea.
Interesting.
And one of the authors, Dr. Eric Nordberg,
Okay.
he makes this really intriguing comparison to artificial reefs in the ocean.
Artificial reefs.
Yeah.
That's an interesting analogy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
So think about it, like reefs are just teeming with life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's because they're full of all these nooks and crannies,
Yeah.
surfaces for things to grow on.
Right.
So there's all this structural complexity.
Hmm.
And Dr. Nordberg suggests that when we design solar farms thoughtfully,
Okay.
we can create that same kind of complexity on land,
Okay.
which can be a huge plus for all sorts of species.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's not just about, punking down rows of panels.
Okay.
It's about creating a habitat.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
So the article mentioned some specific advice from this Australian guide.
Right.
What sort of things are they recommending?
Well, they're really advocating for this multi-use approach.
BTU sipping.
Yeah, so imagine this.
Okay.
You've got sheep grazing peacefully beneath the panels.
Ah.
Maybe they're even providing some, sustainable wool for insulation.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then you've got native wildflowers planted nearby,
Okay.
attracting pollinators
Yeah.
that boost local agriculture.
So it's like a win-win
Exactly. A win-win.
for everybody.
Yeah.
So we're talking about incorporating grazing and pollinator habitats
Mm-hmm.
within the solar farm itself.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
So what about
Well, the guide also emphasizes avoiding development
Yeah.
in areas that are already hotspots for biodiversity.
that makes sense.
So places like riparian zones,
Oh, yeah.
which are the areas along rivers and streams
Mhm.
that are really important for all kinds of plants and animals,
Okay.
as well as wildlife corridors
Right.
that animals use to move between habitats.
Yeah, so we don't want to disrupt those.
Exactly. We want to make sure we're minimizing disruption
Yeah,
to the most sensitive ecosystems.
makes sense.
Yeah,
So, but what about the habitats that do get modified during construction?
right.
Is there anything we can do to kind of soften that impact?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
The guide addresses that too.
Okay, good.
They suggest replacing any lost refugia.
Refugia.
Yeah, it's kind of a fancy word,
Okay.
but it basically means things like nest hollows,
Okay.
fallen logs,
Right.
rock piles.
Things that provide shelter.
Exactly. Anything that provides shelter and resources for wildlife.
Yeah.
So it's like rebuilding those little pockets of habitat
I see.
that might have been lost.
So you're not just paving paradise and putting up a parking lot.
No, not at all.
You're actually really thinking about how to make it
Yeah,
beneficial for the
exactly. We want to have a positive impact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Mhm.
Do we have any evidence that these ideas actually work in the real world?
Oh yeah, there's actually some really compelling research out there.
Okay, great.
The article mentions a study in Minnesota
Okay.
where scientists tracked insect populations on a couple of solar farms over 5 years.
Okay.
And get this, insect populations tripled during that time.
Wow.
And native bee populations
Yeah.
increased by 20 times.
20 times.
20 times.
That's incredible.
I know, it's amazing.
Wow, so that's a huge boost
For
for biodiversity.
Yeah,
And it really challenges that perception
it does.
of solar farms being these like
Yeah.
sterile, lifeless landscapes.
Exactly. It paints a very different picture.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes you think about, the energy sources that we're replacing with solar.
Right. That's such a crucial point
Yeah.
because traditional energy sources, especially oil drilling and refining,
Right.
they're notorious for their environmental damage.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They disrupt ecosystems,
Yeah.
pollute the land and water.
It's a pretty stark contrast.
It is.
Yeah. It really highlights like the potential
Yeah,
for solar to be a part of a truly sustainable future.
for sure.
One where we can like meet our energy needs
Yes,
while actually enhancing biodiversity,
exactly.
not harming it. This is like great news for fans of Solar Age.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're already passionate about the transition to clean energy,
Yeah.
this approach offers a way to make that transition even more beneficial.
Yeah.
It's not just about generating power.
Right.
It's about creating a thriving ecosystem
Yeah.
in the process.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's a compelling argument, I think,
Yeah.
for integrating these design principles
For sure.
into all future solar farm projects.
I agree.
Imagine like the ripple effect.
I know.
Ecosystems across the country,
Yeah.
even globally.
It'd be huge.
If we could replicate
Right.
those
Right.
kinds of results.
That's the dream.
This is the kind of deep dive that really gets me thinking
Yeah, me too.
about the future.
Absolutely.
It really leaves us with a question
It does.
to ponder.
Yeah.
Could solar farms become like the blueprint for how we develop infrastructure in the future?
That's a big question.
It is a big question.
Yeah.
A model for how humans can meet our needs
Right.
while creating spaces where nature can flourish.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah. What a thought-provoking question.
it is. If
Yeah.
you're as fascinated by this connection as we are, check out the full article
Please do.
from the Cool Down.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
And until next time, keep exploring.
Keep exploring, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for tuning in to Solar Age. We're grateful to have you with us on this journey toward a brighter, sustainable future. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe. It really helps us spread this positive message. We would also love to hear from you. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts on today's topic or let us know what you would like us to explore next. And don't forget to check out the description for links to relevant materials. Until next time, keep imagining and building a better future.